morning. Welcome to Apprentice of Silence, and welcome to your daily morning reading. Let's set an intention. At the beginning of every video, I'll create a save container that you have access to whenever you need. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Welcome. Got the coffee ready. Hope you had a good night. I've been noticed that I've been getting a little bit more sensitive to heat, like hot tea, hot coffee. Like I brew things the same temperature as always, but I've gotten more sensitive to it. Like it hurts more if I get burned, or like coffee seems hotter than usual. I don't know if this is relevant to today's reading. Probably is. So it's like they told me some kind of raised sensitivity, I heard. Spirit, any messages for today? The falling of a kingdom. Resolve to a stale situation, stalemate. Things not moving. It's like resolve to something that should have been celebrated but never got to be celebrated. The manifestation of oh, how the winds have turned. No, it's oh, how the tables have turned, right? But like wind in the sails plus oh, look at how the tables have turned. That energy. And wind in the sails. Ahoy! Meaning like we're manifesting a reality where things are being put in place and there's momentum forward. There's no need to keep revisiting old situations with relationships that didn't work out. It's like we're trying to become holier than thou by going back and revisiting some painful things and just trying to figure out the perfect thing to do. But we're doing it from, even if it's unconscious, even if we don't necessarily want to admit to it, we're doing it from a place of like, I'll be better than you once I have found this perfect solution. Then everything will turn for me. Because I will be better then. What else, Spirit? Anything else? What to focus on today? Confidence. Focus on your confidence today. Focus on shedding light on the personalities within you that you have kept hidden out of lack of confidence, spirituality, and divination. If it's the spiritual side of you that you have kept hidden, and that if you're into spiritual work of any kind, or everything in life is spiritual, but I mean more the mainstream genre of spirituality, like if you sell crystals, if you make bracelets, if you make tinctures with oils and flowers and herbs, if you are an astrologer, that's something you've identified with. I'm an astrologer. If you adore astrology and you love what you do because you adore it, confidence in your craft. Confidence that you're really good at what you do. Cultivate that confidence. Just have a little patience. There were certain things that didn't work out in the past that weren't moving forward, and those things that didn't work out had a lot to do with like your internal flame, your inner passion, what you really, really like doing, and by you following it actually brings more compassion and empathy to the world, which perhaps wasn't something that your external circumstances mirrored back to you once you decided that this flame within you wasn't something that you can actually achieve, or something that will come to you, or something that you deserve. And so even though you have all these visions of like you achieving, and you have all these visions of your dreams, because of those beliefs, now the visions is something that you resist. And then you sit there and you're like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. Well, yeah. Because you're resisting the guidelines. Guidelines? The things that guide you. And the root cause for why you're resisting it is because it brought a lot of emotional pain to you. So now you have associated like very painful beliefs with you following your passion and with you having confidence in your craft, so that you'd rather not. Scolding, a lot to do with a mother scolding a child. But also it could be not mother, could be some other figure. Scolding, first and foremost. And it's like, you can't be a part of what we have built up here. That's almost used like leverage. So scolding and leverage, like, well, no, this is what we have created, no. No fresh breath of air. It's like you adapted these beliefs, because in the moment when the scolding was presented upon you and it was something reoccurring, you took on this belief, the same belief that you were scolded for. You took it as your own truth because it was mirrored to you. You identified with it and you put focus on it, even if it was subconscious. And then you started grasping for air that didn't come. So you were like looking for the missing piece and it never showed up. And that really made you lose trust in your capabilities, in yourself. That really broke your heart, man. man. I never use the word man. It was like everything started seeming unjust in the world. Like there is no karmic balance. Doesn't matter how good I am. Doesn't matter what I put in. Doesn't matter what I do. It will never get balanced out. Because there is no fresh breath of air. I'm just suffocated and smushed and it just doesn't come. Now the reason it doesn't come is because you adopted that belief that you were scolded for. You told that this is my truth, and by doing that you gained closeness to the one that was scolding you. By doing that you didn't risk being the abomination. You didn't risk getting rejected, even though you ended up perhaps getting rejected. You still always felt like you didn't fit in because you were missing this breath of air, so you never thrived in the circumstance, but you were stuck. You couldn't find a way out because the new fresh breath of air wasn't coming in. Similarly with the visions that you keep resisting because of this pain, because of this belief that you've taken as your own. And this is painful and it is counterintuitive, and I'm not going to cry, to go back into that scolding. Because you have so strongly and so, oh my God, it's beautiful. You have embraced it so full-heartedly. Like if you don't know what kind of beauty I'm talking about, go on YouTube and look at when parents are explaining something to a child, or maybe, explaining how Santa works, or explaining something like that, and the child is all like, just taking it in, and like, oh, yes. That is beautiful. And it was beautiful the way you took that belief in. But it hurts you a lot, that belief. And it made you close up your heart and shut yourself out from the world. Because you identified with that belief, so you've created an identity around that belief. Does that make sense? I'm hearing like, so it makes sense! It makes sense! That's exactly what I'm hearing. Not going to cry. So sad. I really do start the mornings off the best way possible for you, right? Hey, here's heartbreak on a platter. You're welcome. Have a good day. But now your eyes are open, so it's worth it, isn't it? Now I wonder what the fall of an empire, fall of a kingdom, what was that about in the beginning? Or any advice? Whatever. Okay, let's go with the fall of the kingdom. What does that mean? Oh, there's bravery in distancing yourself. It's like, so this is the path of the mainstream, and then there's bravery in going that way. And your fresh breath of air is that way. Any advice? Well, that was a great advice, but with the pain. Empathy. Have compassion for yourself. You don't